Imagine stepping inside a truck cab that feels more like a tiny luxury hotel room than a work vehicle, a place where drivers can actually sleep, relax, and live on the road without sacrificing comfort or performance. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most talked about new trucks in heavy-duty trucking, the all-new 2026 Volvo VNL, loaded with advanced tech, bold design changes, and promises of real savings on long hauls. But does it actually deliver on those claims once the rubber meets the road? We're about to find out, so stay tuned because what we discovered might surprise you. Right out of the gate, the new Volvo VNL represents more than just another model update. It's a clean sheet redesign built specifically for the North American long-haul market, aimed at setting new benchmarks in fuel efficiency, driver comfort, and safety. Volvo Trucks calls this their most innovative heavy-duty rig yet, a real evolution in what a long hauler can be. Volvo has reimagined almost every element of the truck, from the aerodynamic exterior that slices through air with less resistance, to an interior built around the driver's real needs. Rather than tweaking an old design, engineers started here with a blank slate and ended up with a truck that's genuinely meant to be lived in as much as driven. Under the hood, the VNL lineup is powered by Volvo's latest D13 engine series, offering multiple horsepower and torque options that balance power, fuel economy, and durability. The combination of a redesigned cab, advanced transmission, and smarter aerodynamics is engineered to help fleets reduce fuel costs, while the cab's new tech aims to help drivers stay safer and less fatigued on long routes. But before we get into the real substance of how it performs on real roads and how drivers genuinely feel about it, let's take a closer look at what this truck brings to the table. From the moment you lay eyes on the new Volvo VNL, its aerodynamic shape jumps out, a wedge-like profile with a bonded, curved windshield that's designed to reduce drag and improve fuel efficiency by up to around 10% compared to previous generations. This isn't a small tweak. It's a major redesign that addresses one of the biggest cost drivers in trucking: fuel. Inside, Volvo hasn't just rearranged buttons. They've created a driver-centric cockpit where everything feels purposefully placed. The layout helps reduce unnecessary movement and strain, which matters after 10, 12, even 14 hours behind the wheel. According to industry feedback, ergonomic design, including seat comfort, climate control, and visibility, isn't just a luxury. It's essential for driver retention rates, which have historically been a challenge in this industry. Safety tech has also been stepped up. The VNL includes systems like Volvo Active Driver Assist Plus with Pilot Assist, powered by enhanced dynamic steering that helps keep the truck centered, stable, and responsive across variable speeds and road conditions. There are features for pedestrian and cyclist detection, adaptive cruise functionality, and automatic emergency braking, all designed to add confidence on long stretches of highway. And then there's the living space, especially in sleeper cab configurations. Volvo offers multiple cab sizes and trim levels, from nimble day cabs to full-height sleepers that rival some small apartments in comfort. Premium insulation, a fold-away bunk, optimized storage, and climate systems all work together to make the downtime in this truck feel less like just napping and more like actual rest. All of this is great in theory, but what happens when you actually hit the road with this truck fully loaded? Here's where things get real. After logging extensive miles on highways and backroads, hauling load after load, some of the VNL's headline improvements truly prove themselves. The aerodynamic enhancements and powertrain upgrades translate into steady, efficient cruising, even with a loaded trailer. Drivers noted that smooth performance, especially in crosswinds or rolling terrain, helps stretch every gallon of diesel further. which can be a real cost game changer for fleets and owner-operators alike. Inside the cab, the difference is immediately noticeable compared to older rigs. Noise levels are down, insulation helps keep temperatures stable, ergonomic touches reduce fatigue. And those sleeper comforts actually make longer stops feel restful. Some drivers have even said that the improvements in visibility, thanks to the panoramic windshield and optimized mirrors, make highways feel less stressful and more predictable. But no truck is perfect. A few drivers, especially those used to older, simpler setups, have mentioned that some of the newer electronic systems take getting used to and may be overkill for regional haulers who don't need every advanced feature. And while the iShift automated transmission works smartly most of the time, in very tight, urban environments it can feel less intuitive than a manual-style setup. Which leads us to the big takeaway, one that separates hype from reality. So after all the miles, tests, and real-world driving, here's the verdict. The 2026 Volvo VNL mostly delivers on what it promises, especially for long-haul drivers and fleets focused on fuel efficiency, driver comfort, and safety. Its redesigned aerodynamics and powertrain changes genuinely improve efficiency. Its driver-first interior design targets one of the biggest pain points in trucking: fatigue, and its advanced safety tech adds confidence on the road. But it's also a premium product. If you don't need every high-end comfort feature or advanced system, there are other trucks out there with strong performance and lower entry costs. For regional hauls, shorter routes, or fleets with tighter budgets, some competitors might still make more sense. In the current U.S. freight market, where efficiency, driver satisfaction, and long-term operating costs are more critical than ever, the Volvo VNL stakes a compelling claim as a contender for best long-haul truck on the road today. Whether it becomes your next rig ultimately depends on what matters most: efficiency, comfort, or cost. So what do you think? Drop a comment below with your take. And if you enjoyed this in-depth review, hit that like button, subscribe for more truck breakdowns, and let us know what you want to see next.